President Joe Biden launched an investigation to probe the origin of COVID-19, particularly seeing if it is a leak from China's Wuhan Institute of Virology. How do you look at such a origin tracing mission?
This is a scientific issue. It shouldn't be politicalized to use as a scapegoat for the failure of their wrongdoing to combating the virus. I think the WHO is a right and relevant organization to say about that, not the countries to issue such a thing. We know that the United States has they have the kind of the problem with the China. So this is, I think, is not good. This shouldn't be politicalized. We should leave it to the scientific people. And I read the report that the Chinese government was very cooperative on that to give information, and this is the best way. And I think that the misleading the people is not good, especially on such an issue that we lost a lot of life of our beloveds, in Iran and also everywhere. We should come together. I think that the American, Chinese, and others, we should put our hands together to come back, because this is a disease that all of us, we damaged.
Talking about perception of a country, the media narratives matter. I think Iran faces similar challenges globally. China is too, according to, depending on who you listen to these days. The Western media tend to portray China as an aggressive power, seeking to replace the West, replace the so-called rules-based system. But this view is not necessarily shared across the rest of the world. How do you look at the role of China globally?
So we should look at the issues to see as a fact. We see the statistic. We see how the China is ruling here, and also the Chinese brought the Chinese people share their assets to other people. For example, I will give you something which unfortunately is manipulated by the Western media. Look at this pandemic. Now the China send for more than 100 countries vaccines, and unfortunately in the Western countries you cannot see such a things. Donation by the Chinese government of the medical equipment or to help the other countries for progress. It came from the idea which the Chinese leader said about the win-win policy. This is, that's I think main core for the world, because as President Xi Jinping said, we have a shared futures. This is very important for the countries. Pandemic shows that you cannot single out yourself and say that I am a progress country and I have my value is that should be suppressed to others. This is, I think, that's a very important core. And Iran and China, they cooperate in different ways, and we need to share our experience to build a better future for the human beings. This is very important. Unfortunately, that's Iran damaged by the lack of the medical equipment, which we are supposed to receive, and unfortunately, because of American sanction, even we couldn't buy a vaccine, or even buy the pharmaceutical products or other things. We wanted to buy a vaccine from COVAX, but we had a problem to pay. But the American, they blocked our money at this time. We received a lot of medical equipment, vaccines, from China.